Many, 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 many men wish that upon me. Welcome back, people. So, right now, it's going to be all about the reducers because we love to reduce people, right? If you don't like, we reduce you. And you got that right. You've seen that right. It's Power BI right now. I'm just dabbling. I heard this somewhere. And I'm kind of like, ooh, that's pretty interesting. I think that I could make money off of that. So I'm like, the little, the little hamsters are running here. It's like, maybe I found a little cube of sugar that I can nibble on, like a hungry fish on your feet, eating your dead skin because he's starving. Think about that the next time you go in the spa and you let those little fish eat your dead skin. They're starving. They're starving and you're feeding them dead things. It's pretty disgusting, if you ask me. But we're not here to judge your Sunday spa day. We're here to judge your reducer skills. So first thing first is we're going to have weather information. And there's a lot of boilerplate when it comes to flux pattern. A lot of boilerplate in terms that there's segregated information and steps. But I think that the flow is worth the trouble of making this development here. And many developers I heard argue that you don't need all that crap. You can do this simply by registering services and do it directly without any packages, and Fluxer does not add any value to most of their project. It's fair enough. I mean, it's totally fair enough. But if any clean architecture people ask me today what is the best way, I'm still standing by the flux pattern here because it is clear and it is predictable, and with state pulse on top of that, you fix a bunch of problems that you wouldn't have to care about, such as race conditions, a big one at this, I believe so. So get action reducer. So we're gonna have sealed class, and this is gonna be internal. Always make your shit like this should be internal, shouldn't be public at all. Reducer. Mercy on my soul, dark gold. So weather, we're gonna have first of all, for the state itself, we shall have weather cross. I am not sure if we can run multiple reducers for a single action. I don't recall. I really don't recall. And I have one of those will to go and pee. Stop talking about water. Stop talking about water. I'm not moving from this position, and I will not pee on myself until this job is done. And anybody listening out there, this is the way I work. I will dance in front of my desk, but I will not go and pee until the job is done. Not until this itch has been scratched, or that I really, really, really can't hold in anymore. But usually I'm pretty good at this. I had years of practice. I'm far from incontinent. So this would be get weather action here. This is the done get weather done action here, and we will have implement that interface here. So this reducer is very just a simple matter of saying state with loading is going to be false because we are absolutely done. And then the weather is going to be the weather, just as such. This will trigger the state change and therefore trigger the rest. So what is the problem here? What do we have? Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Is that a man's voice I hear on the phone? You know that I love you. So we will spice things up just a little bit. We will create another action. Just a done action, not a full pipeline. In regular things, I would just make a whole new pipeline for the cross circuit, the cross state. But here, just for example purposes, I'm just gonna squeeze everything into a sandwich. But I don't recommend doing that in a production environment at all. This is just for fun. But we will have cross done action. And since we're using only one effect to generate both, everything should be just all right. Alone is that a man's voice I hear on the phone? You know that I love you. Love you. Oh. All right. I think this is good. Alone is that a man's voice I hear on the phone? You know that I love you, Miguel. So get the weather cross done. It's fine. Then we get that done reducer on this one. Now let's go and fix that one here. It's going to be cross done reducer here. And then we will have this reducer regular one. And then we'll have get weather. This is an president. Hey, call me Madam President. Head of the government. Hey, call me Mama Samir. Hey, I feel like Mama Samir. Cross, is it cross? Yes. Hey, I feel like Mama Samir. Reducer. Reducer, we will reduce you to dust. Yes. It took me the longest time to understand the Redux thing. I've worked with React, and I hated this confusing Redux pattern. Really, like back in the days, like 2016, something like that. And I really did hate it took me to do clean architecture to understand actually what the Redux pattern was all about. And it's not by lack of trying to understand it, but so many bad teachers were out there. It's just insane how bad people in videos were. They always talked like you already knew what it was until really someone from clean architecture community has made a video about it, really explaining what it is and why and how it works for me to understand. And right now it's very ironic because I'm the one created State Pulse, a whole fucking Redux pattern flow for .NET. It's just very funny when you think about it. Not really Mama Samir. Hey, I feel like Mama Samir. But I have a very hard time using things that I don't grasp the understanding. And I think this is a kudo I can give to AI for senior developers, is that it can help us grasp some of the concept in a very lightning fast amount of time. And if it doesn't work, then you just keep pouncing at it. Imagine this: if I was pounding and pounding and pounding on a teacher that tries to explain something in a way, and I keep pounding and pounding at it, he would get fucking annoyed. But AI never gets annoyed at anything, man. He's just like, you can insult it, you can yell at it, you can want to squeeze its fucking neck out. It's still gonna be like, "Hi, dude, I got you back." But yeah, very, very useful tool for grasping concept when need be. Getting that information at your fingertip. It's a huge motherfucking power. All around what you do to understand and really have an in-depth understanding, and also challenge that understanding, and AI can give you feedback on that challenges. But for junior developers, it's just terrible tool. I don't see any, and I've seen it. It's a trend. It's a new trend, right? Where they ask juniors to be working with Copilot assisted development, and I think it's a terrible idea, because there is no good that can come out from juniors learning from AI. It's just really terrible thing. As much as it's a powerful and incredible tool for senior developer, it's a terrible one for junior developers, because you can smell. I don't know if you're senior out there, but when I use AI, I can smell the bullshit. It stinks. A certain smell. It's just the years of experience that you can't undo. So where was I before I just talked my way to this thing? I think that is the one. I think you can only have one reducer per action per state, which means since I have a different state for it, we are golden. I think we are golden. מחשבה טובה, דבוש הנמה, מחשבות טובות, איי 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 דיבורים טובים. Information. מחשבות טובות, היי 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 טובים, היי 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 מחשבות טובות, דיבורים טובים. Oh no, what have you done? Don't rename. You have not renamed my state. No. You did not. Oh, intelligence. You gotta be on the nose with this guy sometime. Rosen. And as you can see, what I'm doing is I just, flip the flag to loading, from loading to loading false, just to unlock the UI. One rule that is very important that you always keep in mind in your effect is that you always have a try catch to unlock your UI. Make sure that you have a fallback to unlock the UI. You don't want to lock out the user into your UI. That's the most terrible trap that I've seen so far with that pattern. You lock the UI, you don't have a try catch, you don't have a method to unlock the UI so the user can retry if need be or something like that. But you gotta have an option for it. So with, and as you can see, because we use record, this is the best way to use your state is just to do with. And so you maintain the state minus the elements that you're trying to change without affecting the other properties. Just in that case, we're just changing the loading. We want to maintain whatever else is contained into that state. So it's very focused on what you want to change specifically. And so with that, we have the full flow for our state pulse to be working. And we'll go ahead and test that in a minute. But the other thing is that we need to register each state. So I will use the single liner method. So it's going to be add state pulse service. And as you can see, we got services and service specific. Then that service specific here could be that type of implementation, or it could be this one as well. It doesn't matter if it's an action or anything, it will detect it on itself and process it accordingly. So let's go ahead and do this. So we'll do that manually. And usually we've got like, you know, that done. It's not that complicated. We can have that effect. It's all the same naming, so it's very easy to process reducer. What is the problem with that effect? Okay, I probably have a mistake somewhere. I don't care if I have a mistake. Let's just fix it. Okay, probably just not using the effect here and reducers here. So then we've got slightly different things, but usually it's like 4 or 5 rows. And then here we'll have 2 more, which is going to be cross. And then we got the 2 states. So just like that, now we've got everything registered. If I were to run this, it should, in theory, be more or less working, but not only the regular one. So as in sun. Cross result is going to be a new list. I said a fucking new list. My swearing. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get banned. No, sir. Don't ban me. What have I done? I didn't do anything. And because the life works in mysterious ways, people, we don't know what kind of forecast we're getting. The weatherman is telling me it's sunny, but I see clouds in the skies. He's telling me that everything is fine, but then I'm stuck in the downpour on the middle of the streets while it's supposed to be sunny. tells me that it's gonna snow and there's a freaking blizzard out there. That's not snow, that's a blizzard. If you don't know what you're talking about, then you just don't talk about it. So one thing I do like to do here, and I will recommend you to pretty much do the same thing, just for safety purposes. It has a performance cost, but I think the immutability wins on this one. So I will always do something like this. So I can have a clean copy of the list that will never be changed if you have the brilliant idea that to change that list behind the scene, it's no longer the same list. It doesn't matter at all. And we expect that the models are going to be immutable as well. So if you change them, again, doesn't matter. So every properties that has this in it that requires a new instance of a record is protected for that immutability process. It's all that matters really about the Flux pattern here is that we maintain our immutable state, and so there is no crash and burn when that changes or race conditions or things that could affect the UI in a negative way. We always want to have a stable state as much as we can, wherever we can. So that would be one of them. So if I were to run this, I would probably have a successful state. We'll go ahead and try it out, see what we can see. See what we can see. Okay. Why do we have another type of a brave crab there? Oh, come on, man. Orleans. Well, at least we know it's loading, right? We know it's loading. But, and I didn't see any registration or injection errors, so that is that. That's the positive note. We got something about the default, if it's a default or if it's a loading, and this is fine. And we kind of just dispatch this thing. So now it's time to add some of this thing right here. Let's go and do this. See, I'm gonna show you when it comes to the debugging here. You know what? This is for the reducer. I will catch you in the next one. Debug.